I would give a message to pass on to you from the Phantom candidate, and it goes as follows. This is his writing. Dear citizens, I was introduced to you this summer and later became known as the Phantom candidate. Much has been done to broadcast our message calling for a more fair and responsible government. Unfortunately, unforeseen circumstances dictate that I withdraw from the race, I being the Phantom. He writes, but hope remains. A few Republican leaders, and I being the Phantom, called an emergency meeting in an effort to draft a specific person to run. This person is more qualified than I and would represent you better, excuse me. I don't know why they get me to read this. Furthermore, they believe in all the conservative principles that I have stood for. Just a few days ago, they agreed to fill the breach and make a stand for you. I have no doubt but that they will do an extraordinary job. But you must stand with them as they bravely fight for you, the people. Running for such an office in the present environment takes great resolve. Please support this candidate. Where's my candidate?
My name is Justin Relic, and I'd like to submit my application to you, my prospective employers, for the job of County Commissioner. I see the disappointment. The only way I can get people to come hear me speak is if they don't know I'm going to. Running was a hard decision to make, but when God tells you to do something, you should not question Him. So that's exactly what I did. I said, why me, Lord? I am nothing. But trusting to His wisdom and kindness, I will walk this path. Let me first explain some things about how this campaign is going to work. I am a reformer without the rage. I feel our government has failed us, but I'm not angry about it. I'm determined and optimistic. I am not running against the incumbent. I am running for the people. During the course of this contest, I will throw out new ideas. I will not throw old mud at the opposition. I will not spend 1 minute or 1 cent on background checks on any of the other candidates, but will focus on the issues. And what a field we have so far. It is a great honor to be part of it. I think very, very highly of Tony Dyer and his family. He would make a fine commissioner. And his very able campaign manager is a friend of mine, and I would say that I could steal him away, but it's Tony's son, so I don't think that'll work. Gene Nelson is also a very good fellow and well-liked by everyone. And I can definitely say that if he's elected, the county equipment will be better maintained than it's ever been. Lamar Paris is my buddy, and he will remain so whether he wants to or not. I am not running because I don't like him. We just have very different philosophies about government. We're like night and day. He's the night. And I don't mean he wears shining armor. But he has a wonderful family. His wife is the Laura Bush of Union County, and everybody likes her. If she ran against him, he'd be in a lot of trouble for a number of reasons. And no candidate could ask for a better supporter than his sister Paula. She is a wonderful woman, and Peggy Dayton, his executive assistant, is like a member of his family and a true asset to this county. Lamar did not have an ideal childhood, as his father, a pillar of the community, died when Lamar was a child. But I think that his father would be very proud of him today. During his 8 years in office, he has done many good things for this county. And 8 years is a good amount of time for any executive office. After that, inspiration fades and you begin to coast. But the commissioner's job is a very thankless one, and I think we ought to take a moment to thank him for his service and wish him well on his retirement. At present, no other Republicans have announced or are even considering, as far as I know. But should others join the fray, I welcome them. All I am doing is offering my services, and if nobody wants them, that's okay. And if any of the ideas I present are taken and used by the commissioner, then this campaign shall have been worth it. You can see, you'll be able to see a detailed explanation of my platform at votemelic.com come Monday. And I appreciate you asking people to donate to the campaign, Curtis, but let me make sure that everyone knows that the first thing I will do whenever someone makes a contribution is take a pair of scissors and go all around it, make sure there are no strings attached. Do not expect special favors in return for your donation. If that is what you're looking for, I am not your man. And we can run this campaign on a dime and a prayer, if need be. I will treat everyone equally, which means that I will treat everyone like they're special, because they are. Everyone deserves to be treated with respect. This race will be very hard fought, and believe it or not, supporters of other candidates will say bad things about me. I've seen it happening already to Gene and Tony. They'll say he's too young. But in my opinion, anyone old enough to vote and go to war, and I'm well past that milestone, should be taken seriously as a candidate. And this country has a long tradition of young elected officials making a profound impact. For example, Teddy Roosevelt was elected to the New York General Assembly at age 23. President Franklin Pierce was elected to the New York State House at age 24, and then to Congress at age 27. Richard Russell from Georgia was elected to the House of Representatives, that's the Congress, when he was 24, and was elected as governor of Georgia when he was 33. William Pitt became the Prime Minister of England when he was 24, and he remarked to his good friend William Wilberforce, who was elected to the Parliament when he was 21, he said to him, "We're too young to know what cannot be done." We've had a number of presidents in their 40s and early 50s, so relative to that, my age is just right for commissioner of a small county. They'll also say he's from Florida. It's true, I was born in Miami, but I spent 1 year in Conyers and 5 years in Indonesia before coming here, so I'm not, in fact, eligible for membership in the Floridians Club. And I wanted my gold flamingo pin. But I have seen the world, and Union County is my choice. I do not know what the future holds and if I will be here forever, but I am here for you now. And let me just quickly clear up some other things that may or may not come up. I don't drink or do drugs. I'm not gay. I've never been arrested, and the Blairsville Madam does not have my phone number. As I stand here, I am deeply impressed by the magnitude of the task ahead and very humbled by the weight of the job I seek. The challenges are great, but God is greater, and trusting to His guidance, I know that we can meet them. And God has sent me an amazing team of people to help create solutions to the many problems we as a county face. People with amazing skills, including former county commissioners and county employees, law enforcement personnel, business executives, and much more are lining up to help. There is a wealth of knowledge in this community that before now has not been used. If you see fit to elect me, volunteer committees will be set up to find solutions to issues we are faced with, because no one man can know everything or have all the answers. It's time for our government to once again be for the people and by the people. Across the nation, citizens are standing up and saying, no longer will we accept the status quo. No longer will we stand for the old way of spending more and more money and getting no results. Our country has by far the most expensive education system in the world, and yet we have the worst performing schools. Our healthcare costs are out of control due to mismanagement and an ever more ridiculous judicial system. So now many hardworking families cannot afford health care or health insurance, while illegal immigrants are treated at state hospitals for free. This burdens the taxpayer. Due to lack of foresight and the willingness to defy big corporations, our government has kept us dependent on foreign oil. And as gas prices continue to rise, that burdens the taxpayers. Americans work 2/3 of the year to pay their federal income tax.